course, I'm Bonnie. And with us, we have Angelina.
Hey,
We're, we're going to be doing some
oh,
New Year's Eve talk today. So, Angelina, are you ready for New Year's?
I am, but you are not live on Facebook.
I am not live on Facebook. Oh, this gets old.
Oh, you're on now.
Okay. Sometimes it takes a minute to click, and I don't know why. I even had a rough second getting it to, you know. But, okay, so we got Angelina back, and today we want to do some New Year's talking. But first, I want to say for everybody, when I post that thing on Facebook about the cleaning fairy, there really is one. There is. I came home the other day, my house was looking good. And for those of you who say send her my way, I tried, and she says she's very sorry, but this is for my use and my use only. But you got to give me credit for trying. I also want to say, and of course, I sure hope we have many more listeners, but I do have two. I have two listeners that are devoted. They're here every Saturday that I know, and one is Jeannie, and one is my cousin Janice. Every Saturday they tune in, and they're the ones that let us know when we can and can't be heard. So that is definitely an immense help. But I want to thank you guys for tuning in, and hopefully you get more of your friends tuning in. Angelina and I've been doing a little bit of chatting about things to talk about come 2024, which is around the corner here. Who's ready for 2024?
Well, ready or not, here it comes, right?
I think Angelina's tired. She's spent quite a few hours on the road getting here and then getting back home and taking care of the old lady over here. I couldn't ask for a better daughter. It'll be even better when I get to see her more often. So, we all hear about the superstitions. Do you believe in superstitions?
I like to say I don't, but yet I'm not going to try to break a mirror or walk under a ladder.
Exactly.
So,
Then those are two of the biggest ones that I'm always holding my breath on. Especially like my
yeah.
dad will be out here working, and there's times you only have so much space, and he'll be like, "I need you to go on this side," and you're looking, and he's up on the ladder, so you're kind of like, "Do I walk under this ladder? Do I tell him to hang on while you take the long way around? What do you do?" So then we have the New Year's Eve superstitions, some of which I grew up with and I still do. I don't know if my kids do it, but we made a big deal out of it. No matter how broke I was, the kids had the money in their pocket. There was bread on the table. Just little things to hype them up and get them ready for that new year. So the first superstition that I came across was the midnight kiss.
Ooh.
Yeah. It says, it may seem like kissing someone at midnight is a way to show your excitement for the new year, but actually, it's thought that if you kiss someone you love as the clock strikes midnight, those sentiments will continue for the next 12 months.
I got a kiss for a whole year? I don't want to.
No, honey, you don't kiss for the whole. Oh, never mind. I got you. You're silly. I don't know. Uh, I don't know. I mean, I was married for 33 years, had that kiss for 33 years, and as you can see, we're no longer married, so I don't know where that sentiment's going.
As with most superstitions, it is just a
It is nice. However, this year it'll be me cut up in bed with my little doggies. I'll probably be sleeping at
I,
midnight, but
I don't even know the last time I stayed up until midnight.
you know, I did it with the kids because it was always a big deal, and that was their big day to be able to stay up late. And 9 out of 10 times they would fall asleep for mom. But as they got a little bit older, mom was falling asleep, and they had to wake her up before that ball dropped. So I think I'll be nice and content with being in bed at midnight.
So one year, Nelson and I were going to try to stay up with Caden, and we bought the confetti shooters and all that stuff. And we were starting to get tired, and it was like 10. And so we just told Caden it was midnight and shot off the celebrated and cheered and went to bed.
Well, you're not going to get away with that now because he can now tell time.
Right.
By the way, I got to see him and his cute little smile these last couple days too. He's still a little cuddle bug, and no matter how old he's getting. There was a video where the kids, were all jumping up and down. They were excited because it was New Year's, and the balls dropping. And then there's mom showing her phone. It was 7:58. So mom was the honey. She's like, "We're gonna get this thing done and out of the way." And they're going to bed. But it was cute.
I like it.
So then, here's one I never heard of: eating 12 grapes. It says,
Oh.
yes, no more, no less at midnight. This food superstition that originated in Spain is meant to bring you luck for the year ahead. Just eat 12 grapes at midnight, one for every month, or put them on a skewer and serve as a fun New Year's Eve drink, cocktail, whatever. Use them as a garnish. So yeah, 12 grapes, not less, not more. What if you want to bring a new month?
I didn't realize that there were lucky foods for New Year's.
The only thing
because more than just
right. The only thing I ever knew is my mom always had pork and sauerkraut on the first. That was supposed to be. My dad always did the pork and sauerkraut, except for one year he did hot dogs and sauerkraut. I'm not sure where that fit in. I do know I learned not to go to my parents' house after I grew up on the first because I do not like sauerkraut, and nor do I like the smell.
Well, the other foods that you're supposed to eat are greens because the color symbolizes the luck, like 4-leaf clovers, money, jade jewelry, noodles. Especially in Asian countries, they eat noodles to lengthen your life. You're not supposed to cut the noodles. You're supposed to eat them long.
Oh, okay.
And that's supposed to help lengthen your life. And then cabbage is associated with luck in Germany and Ireland.
Well, cabbage is sauerkraut. So.
Yeah, so that's supposed to bring them good luck. But pork is on there because it's supposed to symbolize wealth and prosperity.
Ooh.
So that's why all of us have the pork on January 1st.
Gotcha.
And then fish is supposed to help because since they only swim in one direction, which is forward, then it's supposed to be the fish symbolizes abundance since they swim in schools and you only go forward, not backwards. So you can't go wrong.
That's interesting.
And then lentils, which aren't very flavorful, so you'd really have to put them on a different meal. One of the other things.
But wait a minute, I've heard of lentils before, but I do not know what they are.
They're like these little white, I don't want to call them noodles, but they're just like little white circles that you put on food. They don't really have a flavor, but they're good for you. Huh. So you can put them on anything, like in a pasta or something. But they resemble coins, so they're eaten in Italy on New Year's Day to bring good fortune. So a lot of it's related to money. But pomegranates are supposed to be abundance and fertility, and in Turkey and Mediterranean countries. So it's supposed to bring you a sign of good luck.
I was going to say, I would take the abundance, but fertility, I think I'm well past that phase in life.
I don't think I could eat enough pomegranates, yeah. And then the black-eyed peas in the South, because black-eyed peas are thought to bring prosperity, especially when served on a bed of collard greens. So that's good luck food for New Year's Eve.
Now, just
no grapes were on.
What if you make the greens but don't eat them? Does that count?
I don't know. I feel like
I can make some greens all day long, but I won't eat them.
Yeah, I feel like it should count, but if it does count, I don't know.
The last time I made greens, my oldest had graduated from high school, and we had for his open house because that was his thing. Greens and ham hocks.
Ew.
Yeah, that's what I said. And I had to cook them, so, But like I said, I can cook them all day long. I just won't eat them. Which is really weird because, the people I grew up around, I was either with the Italians or, with other people that just do the greens and the ham hocks and the cornbreads and the black eyed peas, you know, things like that. And a lot of that food I will eat, but the greens I just can't. I can't. Just no reason, no rhyme. Okay, so now we have some extra cash in your wallet. You want to enter the year full of financial prosperity. Then make a run to the ATM so you can fill your wallet with cash. Also, don't loan out any money on New Year's Eve or New Year's Day, and don't start the year with any unpaid debts, or you could set a precedence for the months ahead. Well, you tell me somebody in this world that's not in some kind of debt.
I know, right?
I mean,
I better hurry up and go pay off my house.
right. Even if you're good and your bills are always paid on time, that debt remains because that car payment's not going anywhere, the house payment's not going anywhere. And I don't know. To me, those are necessities.
But they're right, because we didn't pay them off. We are going to have to pay them into the next year.
Right. Fill up your cupboards. Check and see which grocery stores are open on New Year's Eve, because it's considered bad luck to start the new year with bare cupboards, signaling poverty and hardship.
Well, most of us are living in poverty and hardship right now with the price of groceries.
Right. uh, there was a thing going around. I think it was like for Christmas or something like that. You know, my Christmas list is, the gas prices, the groceries. These are all things I'd rather have because, things are so bad right now. Do you buy gifts or do you buy food? I don't see our economy changing anytime soon, so we're going to have to suck it up and roll with it. Let's see. Open the doors at midnight. I did do this once. This is actually just for midnight, so you can let out let the old year out and welcome the new one in. It doesn't have to be for long. Even those who believe in this superstition get cold. I did try that once. I think all three boys were still home. They were still young enough that they really, got into all this superstition stuff. So, another one: don't clean the house.
Oh.
We can really get behind this superstition. If you're concerned about sweeping or washing away any luck coming your way, don't do any cleaning, including dishes and laundry. Now, I was always told, you bring the new year with a clean house, your house will remain clean. You're not to have any laundry. Everything's supposed to be done. Huh?
You always told us that too. You've been making us wash away our luck every year.
I guess, but you know what? I'm going to say 56 years, because if I went and asked my mom right now if she's, okay today, she would still say the same thing. She always swore by the superstitions.
And look how unlucky she is.
Okay. That was a little, but I know. But these are just the things that I grew up with, and, I passed them on to my children, as you can hear.
Well, now we know not to clean our house.
So, and then here comes Nina's. Fill up on collard green and black eyed peas.
Oh.
If you want to keep the Southern tradition, eating black eyed peas and collard greens on New Year's Day will supposedly bring good luck and prosperity, respectively, in the months ahead. Whip up your greens and your black eyed peas and see what happens. I haven't had black eyed peas in a long time. I'd be willing to have those. That's not
I don't know if I've ever had black eyed peas, honestly.
Oh my God. Now, it's been a long time, and I know things change as you get older, but when I was younger, I loved those things. I don't know how I would feel today, but. And then we have avoid the tears. Save your tears for another day, because crying on New Year's Day could set a year of sadness in motion.
Huh.
Huh.
If something bad enough is going on to make you cry, I don't feel like you could just not cry.
I don't even know what to say to that. I would say I'll give it a shot and cry, but I'm not. I'm just kidding. Skip eating lobster, even if it's calling your name. You may want to rethink any fancy New Year's Eve foods. Ideas that include lobster. Many cultures believe that eating lobster before midnight is bad luck because they move backwards, therefore setting you up for a year of setbacks.
Oh.
That ties into your fish.
Mm-hmm.
See, I never knew that. I didn't know. I never thought a fish doesn't swim backwards. I never thought that a lobster does. They're in the water. They're free. You know.
Yeah.
Let's see. Don't leave your house. Don't leave the house. So, until
Oh.
someone enters from the outside first, and who that person is, supposedly will say a lot about the luck you'll have in the new year. In Scotland, the first person in your home also has to bring you a gift. So people make reservations so I know who to tell what kind of gift to bring me. Yes, because I have people just knocking my door down.
Same.
All right. Eat herring. Am I saying that right?
Yeah.
Whether you like your herring pickled or fresh, eating it in some form at midnight is considered good luck in Germany and Sweden. What is it?
It's fish.
Oh, see, I'm not a big fish eater. I was always one that you take it out of the box, put it either in the oil or the oven, lots of tartar sauce.
Did you say you take it out of the box?
Yes. Uh, Fresh fish and I were never really a thing. I even quit eating the frozen fish for a while because I actually worked at Vandy camps. And you always got a box of your choice of whatever you wanted to eat. And one time I put it in the microwave because that's when they became microwavable. And for some reason it didn't cook all the way. And it was the grossest thing I'd ever tried. So between working in it and experiencing that, I said no.
Yeah, that's a good reason.
Okay, so make some noise. You may love buying noisemakers and fireworks to set off at midnight. But did you know the tradition originated from a superstition that making loud noise at midnight would scare evil spirits and omens away?
Oh.
I don't know. Sometimes I think the only evil spirits we have in our homes are us when we're at that phase in life where we're being evil. I mean, that is definitely a wide range, though, because a lot of people do believe in spirits and omens. You get the right people together. I suppose you could probably have a nice big topic on that for eternity.
Yeah.
Beware of eating chicken. Similarly to lobster, chicken is always a superstitious food to eat on New Year's Eve because chickens have wings. All your luck could fly away. But as far as we're concerned, our crispy chicken thighs with garlic and rosemary can only add happiness to your life. So
Chickens don't fly far. You'll be all right.
I'm
They
like,
don't really fly.
this just kind of what's the word? It counteracts itself. I mean, in one hand, it's saying don't eat it because it could fly away, and the other hand, it could add happiness to your life.
Well,
So, which is
because
it?
even people writing the article about superstitions knows that fried chicken's worth it if you use the right recipe.
There you go. I like this one. Carry an empty suitcase around.
I'm not doing that.
No, Nina, I want to see you do that on New Year's Day. I want a video of it.
Not happening.
Okay. It can just be around for your house for a few minutes, but in Colombia, it's seen as setting yourself up for an adventure in the new year. I'm not going to do it because my luggage is in a closet that I don't want to go into.
You know what? I'm gonna drive around in an empty money truck with an empty sack of money and carry that around because apparently if you just have a space for something in the new year, there you go. That's your tradition, and it'll fill up or bring it or do it. We just need a leprechaun, an empty money truck.
True.
We're gonna.
We got to have the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, too.
Mm,
The leprechaun doesn't matter if you don't have the pot of gold.
that's true. The pot doesn't even have to have gold in it. Apparently, we just have to carry it around.
Yeah, carrying wish. So, then the last one I have is were you born on New Year's Day? And superstition says you'll automatically be lucky throughout your whole life, even more so if you were born at midnight.
Oh,
I want to know how many New Year's babies have luck all year long.
I don't know. I don't know anyone that was born on New Year's.
Okay, so the one thing you didn't say is like bread on the table. I can remember
Yeah.
a time that money was really tight, and a loaf of bread even at the time was. My mom just happened to have a loaf, the frozen breads. So she put it on the table to rise overnight. That way we had our bread. Uh, like I said,
You always told us, put a loaf of bread on the table, clean your house, do all your laundry, and then the corn on the door, on the front door.
the what on the front door?
Corn, the maize.
That wasn't me. You got that from somebody else.
No, that was another one. You're supposed to hang the corn on the door. And I think that was for money too.
Huh.
But another one is wearing polka dots is supposed to, you're not supposed to just eat circles that represent coins, but if you wear polka dots, it's supposed to increase your chances of good luck in the new year.
Look, now I have a reason to dress as Minnie Mouse.
There you go.
Yeah, I can't go wrong on that one.
You can't.
All right, so
You know,
somebody sent me a Mickey Mouse outfit before the first. I'm not
you
going
know,
anywhere.
people have been gathering at Times Square since 1907.
Really?
Yeah, to
Wow.
watch the ball drop. It's- And the first one was just iron and wood.
Wow.
That 12-foot ball is 11,875 pounds, covered in 2,688 Waterford crystals.
Wow.
Like,
Let's sell that and use that money for some people that are living in poverty. I mean,
Well, watching that ball drop definitely is. I don't think it's going to solve world hunger there, but
it,
definitely a tradition for a lot of people to go to New York and watch it drop.
yeah. And then, of course, Dick Clark did that for so many years that
Mhm.
now, even though I don't, like I said, I don't know when the last time was I was home that I stayed awake, but I do catch bits and pieces of it, and it's definitely not the same without him.
You know, other places drop stuff too. Like Wisconsin drops the big cheese. PA has a giant mushroom that they drop. New
I even lived in
Orleans.
PA and didn't know that.
Uh-huh. New Orleans drops. They used to drop a big gumbo pot,
I
but
can
now
see
they
that.
drop that little symbol that New Orleans uses. I forget what I don't know how to pronounce it. It's like fleur de lis or whatever.
Huh.
With that like little wispy signal, they drop that down.
Too bad. I know somebody that's from New Orleans, and it's sad that I can't get them on here right now that we're talking about this because everywhere they go, her husband was military, and everywhere she goes, she takes time to learn everything. So
Aw.
she's just like a walking book of knowledge. And
Yeah.
she could definitely explain all this to us. And the way she does it, we would be rolling. We could do this for days.
Wearing, they say don't wear white after Labor Day, but in Brazil they all wear white for peace and good luck
There you go.
on New
That
Year's.
explains that lady I saw the other day when I said, well, she shouldn't be wearing white anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you head to the beach. You can increase your luck by heading to the water and jumping over 7 waves. You get 1 wish for each wave. So you got to think of what you're going to wish for ahead of time. So that way, as the waves come, you can jump them. And like, in Brazil, it's warm enough to still do that.
I was going to say, we did have some warm weather here. Our water was even still warm a few days ago. But today happens to be a pretty cold one. And I don't know that we're going to get any waves. So imagine standing there waiting for those 7 waves to come at you in that freezing cold.
You just need a friend to push water at you, and you can just jump it.
There you go. And then you do the same for them. All right.
Yeah. In
That's what I'm
Soviet
thinking.
Russia, they're not allowed, Christmas was forbidden, so they give gifts on New Year's.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh.
Why was it forbidden? Do you know?
I do not know, but Dead Mraz brings them gifts, or Father Frost, often aided by his granddaughter, the Negorachka.
Oh,
So they pass out presents for there. And one thing I'm surprised wasn't on your list? make a New Year's resolution.
Well, I was going to actually bring that up. How many of us make our resolutions and keep them?
I don't know anyone that's ever kept there. I know people who've lasted like a year or two,
I've
but I don't
never.
know anyone who's done it.
Let's see. I've done eat healthier, lose weight, quit smoking. Uh, I don't know. I mean, be a better person, which I'm a pretty good person. You can't get much better than me. I'm just kidding. But
You're
yeah,
not.
yeah. I don't know. I think people really do mean what they're saying when they're saying they're setting this New Year's resolution. But I guess it's willpower.
Yeah.
Do we really have the willpower to move forward with these ideas?
And most of us not long. With dieting, most people pick something that it's not feasible to do it forever. Because they say I'm not eating sugar ever. I'm not eating this ever. Or I'm only eating soup and smoothies. And it's like that's not something you can do forever. So then you end up gaining your weight back and then some.
Well, not only that, I mean, you would have to think that that kind of messes with your insides.
Yeah.
I
Well,
mean,
you're messing with your metabolism, which some of
yes.
them are meant to do that, like to jump start it, but they're too hard to maintain. I think you'll have a much better chance at keeping your New Year's resolution if you keep it light. Like, I'm going to cut back on junk food. I'm going to eat more salad or more whatever healthy thing,
She wants me to get rid of my Twinkies and Ho-Hos.
If you say you're going to get rid of them, you're never going to do it. But if you say, you know what, I'm just going to let myself have one a week or two a month or whatever, like
But see,
whatever you.
that's the nice thing for me. I go in spurts. I can spend a week eating a Twinkie a day, and then I go for months without having one. So,
Yeah, but eating that Twinkie a day is going to be rough to
no
lose
doubt,
it.
no doubt, I agree.
But I guess it just depends what else you're eating too. But I think and quit smoking is definitely a tough one that a lot of people, I remember my family members, oh my gosh, every year my aunts and stuff were going to quit smoking and my mom and they try, but they always ended up smoking by the next year. But I think it's one of those things that even though you might end up, it doesn't hurt to try.
Right. And as somebody who has quit, throughout the years, each time you quit, you go back. It's even harder. You have to quit. It doesn't make any sense, but that is.
And that's with every addiction.
Well, thankfully, I don't have any other addictions, so I don't think. Do I?
Except for Twinkies.
The Twinkies are a hit and miss. Leave my Twinkies alone. I'm a little old lady here. I should be able to eat what I want, when I want, and how I want.
Are you making a New Year's resolution this year?
Uh, Actually, maybe I will. I mean, this year's been rough. Uh, I don't. The only New Year's resolution I think I would want to make this year is spending more time finding myself and making me a better me.
That's a good one, and that's something that you could stick to,
Yes.
That's a real one. Because some people are like, next year, they want to change their whole everything about themselves. So it's like, that's probably not going to happen. You're just trying to enhance yourself.
Right. And I mean, let's be honest. If you're mentally not healthy and happy, how are you going to make it through the year without positivity and, or with, I think you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying. I don't know. You just can't stay happy and healthy if you bring all that baggage into the new year with you.
Right.
So,
And if you're depending on other people to make you happy, you're going to have a real rough time.
yes.
So focusing on figuring out what makes yourself happy, and
Yeah.
that's a good way to go.
Yeah. And, with that, I'm going to tell everybody, especially these young girls who think that they have to stay, in relationships or whatever, throw your trash out before Monday morning. Actually,
Oh, I
before
like
Sunday
that
night.
idea.
Because, like Angelina said, another human being cannot make you happy. You have to be happy within yourself to even think about being happy.
But another person can make you miserable.
Yes. And you have these guys that tell you, I love you, I love you, I love you. I'm not going to say they don't love you. Like, I believe my husband loves me, but I don't think he's in love with me. Otherwise, we would not be where we're at today. If somebody's in love with you, they're going to make that effort. They're going to take those steps, and they're going to keep everything fresh and going. If they're not in love with you, they're just going to sit there like a lump on a log and not give two craps.
It takes two people to make a relationship work and to make a relationship healthy.
Yes.
And if one person isn't doing their part, or both people, or they're on different pages, like, it's just not going to happen. And some people have a vice, so they can't. They might love you, but they can't love you the way you deserve to be loved, because they have whatever vice that they're holding on to that's always going to come before you, and that's not going to make a good relationship.
Correct.
You can't change somebody. No matter how much they say they love you, you're not going to change a person
And
unless
here's
they
the thing,
have to want to change.
I don't want to bash men because women do this too, but seeing how I'm sitting in the seat of it, being a man that's done this, that's why, when a person tells you something and they constantly break that word, then I didn't do anything wrong. Well, yes, you did. You just broke your word. A person is only as good as their word.
Yeah.
So when you spend 33 years hearing that same thing over and over again, and you still sit there and allow it, whatever, you're asking for trouble. I mean, honestly.
Well, and the problem is too, people listen to the words but don't pay attention to the actions. Like, if I'm telling you I'm going to be good and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that, but I'm not doing it and I never have done it, or I do it for 5 minutes and then I stop, or I'm telling you I love you, but I'm not showing you I love you. We really
Right.
you gotta think about that. Are you just hearing the words
Yes.
that you want to hear, or are you seeing any of the actions backing it up? And that's not man or woman specific. That's literally anybody.
Right. And that's why I did
Yeah.
change it to person because it really,
Yeah, it's not man or woman.
yeah.
Oh,
I read a thing, and I really wish I had it like totally in my head, but it talks about, when a person says they love you, they show it. They don't just say it. They, more or less, if they're not willing to change themselves to help you and to give you what you need or whatever, they're not worth having. They're really not.
Well, here's the thing, though. You shouldn't be in a relationship with someone that you want to change. That's not how love is. You got to love the person for who they are, and they have to love you for who you are.
But like in
And
my
if they
case, honestly, I didn't realize what I was getting myself into. And
No, you didn't want to see what you were getting yourself into. You thought he was going to mature with family, and he didn't.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, the drinking part.
He was drinking when you met him, girl.
I know, but he wasn't, doing things the
Yes,
way they
he
were.
was.
And well, not in front of me, I should say. Okay, so in that respect, I was blinded. He would go have a couple drinks. He was fine if if we went for a couple drinks or whatever. But then when it came down to, you got to make a choice. After 33 years, because like I said, his word carried him through this far, and this time he gave me his word, and it was a situation where the word had to be kept or it just had to end, and he knew it was coming. So that tells you right there he didn't care enough to take care of things. But it's okay, because I'll grow old. I'll have my doggies, my birds, my family, most importantly my family,
And way less stress.
and 2024 is going to be a blast.
Yeah. Everybody go smash a plate on Bonnie's doorstep so she knows she's loved.
Just clean it up when
Because-
you're done, okay?
No, that's part of the tradition. That's how you know you're loved, is you go break them on friends and family's doorsteps, and then the next day you open your front door and you'll see how loved you are.
I have those Corolla plate. I think they're Corolla. They don't break. So, sorry, folks, I do love you. I just don't have breakable dishes, nor can I afford to buy some just to break them.
I was gonna say you could definitely break those, but um, one person said I once threw a cup at my friend's house. The cup didn't break, but his window did.
Oh! Now, are you actually seeing feedback here, or is that something that
No, that's
Okay.
just something I read.
I'm? We're still trying to figure this out to where you guys can have feedback, and we're seeing it in the messages. Because, like I said, sometimes we don't see it until everything's said and done. But don't think we don't pay attention.
Oh.
So,
I didn't realize with your grapes, like you're supposed to eat one grape at each chime
no
for the
way.
this midnight.
It didn't even say that.
Yeah, so if you fail to finish your grapes by the time the clock stops chiming, you get bad luck. So be careful with the grapes.
Start eating them. What? Maybe 5 till? No, 10 till. Actually.
No, you got to do it. You got to do it at midnight, and then you got to hurry up and eat them before the clock stops chiming. You know how the grandfather clocks that they ding,
Yeah, I got
ding
one.
for each hour. You're supposed to eat them when it's supposed to start when it starts dinging, and have them finish by the last one.
So you have an hour to eat the 12 grapes. Is that what you're telling me?
Girl,
She's over here
no.
looking at me like, okay, so at midnight, shove
You know
12
how the
grapes in your mouth and hope you don't choke. There you go.
Yes. You understand like how your clock chimes for 2 o'clock, it'll say ding, ding. At the 2 o'clock
Yes.
hour at 6, it goes ding, 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 ding 6 times.
Yes, ma'am.
At midnight, it's gonna go ding, ding 12 times.
I got you.
It doesn't take an hour.
So, like
When
I
it
said,
hits
shove them
midnight,
all in your
it
mouth and
starts
get
to
done
ding.
chewing.
You got those 12 dings
That's
for the midnight
wow.
hour.
Yeah, you basically have to at least 6 at a time. That's
Now, you know what? A good New Year's Eve tradition would be to start seeing how fast you can eat 12 grapes and practice for the New Year.
right. Just start. Yeah, actually start on the first, and every day, see just how productive you get. Maybe by the next year, you've got it all covered. That's
And
crazy.
here's the thing for you: if you have nobody to kiss, the Irish believe if you put a sprig of mistletoe or holly or ivy under your pillow, you'll dream of your future partner.
Well, where can I get some mistletoe or ivy? Huh. No, I don't
Well,
want to.
just be careful you
Well,
don't get poison ivy.
At this
You
point,
should
I
probably-
don't even want a person. I'm going to spend 2024 totally by myself.
Hey, you're just gonna dream about him, girlfriend.
Well, no, 'cause you
Yeah,
start
be-
dreaming about them, you start looking for them. No. I'm going to dream about me and what I can do in 2024. That's what
And you shouldn't have gave away your onion because you're in the Greeks, onions are a symbol of good luck and fertility because they sprout even when no one's paying attention to them.
Well, that's what happened. I don't really use onion when I'm cooking. If I want any onion, I just onion powder or something like that. So while Sonny was here, I'm like, take these onions because I'm not going to use them. They're going to go to waste. Because that man would buy onions every time he walked in a store. That's how much he liked them. So I went to grab them, and I'm like, oh, these really have some serious eyes on them. And I went to touch one, and it just mushed. So your
Yeah.
dad only got one, but it was a nice big fat one.
Well, on New Year's Day, parents also wake up their children by gently bonking their kids on the head with the onions. So,
I gotta go buy onions. Oh, wait a minute.
John, spending the night at your house?
No, nobody's coming here, so I don't need them. I can't bonk the dogs because they're small. It'll knock them out.
I really wanted you to hit Johnny in the head with an onion. Now I'm gonna be sad all New Year's.
I know, right? Hey, I could ask Cheyenne to do it for me.
There you go.
Say, hey, can you do me this one little favor? I've never asked you for anything in my entire life.
I think we should also see you leap into January by jumping off a chair to leap into the new year, and
Well, okay, who wants to take bets?
it's supposed to bring good luck and banish bad spirits. You just got to look before you leap.
Again, who wants to take bets on what bone I break?
Well, it's bad luck if you break something. So
Well, I'm getting older. You know, I'd like to think I'm still young and I still try to do things I probably shouldn't. But I don't know that I would chance that because I'm pretty sure I'd break something.
well, Germany and Austria, you get good luck symbols that you gift to your friends and family. That one might be a little more up your alley.
Symbols, huh?
So pigs and mushrooms and clovers and chimney sweeps. They're considered little lucky charms that you give to your friends.
I have a chimney sweep because of your mom.
Oh,
Yeah,
well, you can gift it to someone.
there you go.
You can even get edible ones, and it counts as good luck, apparently.
Huh. Do they have to eat them? Because do they have to keep them? Because that can get kind of ugly.
Nope, they can eat the food ones. And Walloon and Flemish farmers in Belgium make sure everyone can get in on the festivities. That includes the livestock. So they wake up early on January 1st to wish Happy New Year to all of the cows, horses, pigs, chickens. That way they'll have a good farming year. So their tradition is you have to wish everyone a Happy New Year, or else they're not going to do a good job on the farm.
That's one busy New Year's morning.
Yeah.
Are you going to be out there wishing each one of yours a Happy New Year?
Well, none of them give me anything anyway.
I don't know.
Well,
I got some eggs downstairs that speak otherwise.
Yeah, I'll just wish it to the chickens only.
And then I told my boss, I said, I don't know why I didn't even think about it. I said, I could have had you some farm fresh eggs, and I didn't even think. He's like, what? So I think I disappointed him a little bit.
Well, your bread tradition, they have it as they the Irish bang the bread on the walls of their home to chase out bad spirits.
Well, there goes
Start
a
off
loaf of bread at
with-
$5 a loaf.
Yeah. So, instead of putting the bread on the table, you can just bang the bread on the
Huh.
walls.
Well, let's put it on the table and then bang it. Double the luck.
There you go. I like it. Some places hide a treat or hide some. They eat this pudding stuff or cake or sweetbread, and there's a coin in one of them. So everybody eats, and if you're the person who finds the coin, then you get lucky.
Wow. So everybody's trying to kill each other for that coin now. Here, just let me eat it all.
I think they're just trying to survive for themselves and not accidentally swallow it.
True. It's so funny she keeps bringing up these things in Ireland because I am Irish, probably more Irish than anything. And these are things I've never even heard of. And for some reason, with all the different things that I am, the Irish part of me seems to be what everybody in my family focuses on. And we still don't know any of this.
Well, there you go. And this is something that we should have looked up and did ahead of time, because Smash the Peppermint Pig, upstate New York, they sell special peppermint pigs all throughout the holiday season, and everyone takes a turn hitting it with a candy-sized hammer and
Wow.
eating a piece for good fortune. The
Huh.
peppermint is very strong, so you only take a tiny piece, and you'll start the new year with at least fresh breath.
Nice. A lot of people need that. My dog needs that. Can somebody send me a piece for my dog? Because this dog mouthwash just really ain't cutting it for him.
Yeah, she probably needs her teeth pulled. Those little dogs have rotted teeth very easy.
Oh, that
Um,
would be so mean. I don't know.
yeah.
Wow. All right.
In Germany, you can get a candle, which will supposedly give you hints for what's to come next in the year ahead. The tradition is to melt lead, now tin or wax, since lead is poisonous, on a spoon over a candle, and then pour the metal into cold water, and the resulting shape will reveal your fortune. Round balls are good luck. Oh, nope. Round balls represent good luck rolling. Oh, yeah, rolling your way. I thought it said rolling away for a second. I was like, oh.
There goes your luck. Go catch it.
Swords predict risk taking.
Wow.
So there you go. Did you know you're supposed to choose your underwear carefully? The
Underwear's
color
everywhere.
of your underwear can bring good things. Yellow's good luck, red's love, white brings peace.
Huh.
Says make sure that they are good and clean
Okay, so
and free of holes.
so if you can't find underwear that fall in the category of those colors, just put a pair on for your, what would you
You
say,
got
three
time to
different
go
ones?
buy some.
You put on three. I'm not going anywhere. Just put on 3 or 4 pairs of underwear. That way you have each color and you're golden. Just hope you don't have to go to the bathroom real fast.
Have Walmart deliver today. I need yellow for luck.
I need
Maybe
all.
white for peace. It doesn't say you can't double, triple layer your undies.
See, it
You know,
serves
I
its
looked up
purpose.
that peppermint pig to see how much they are because it's literally just a little candy pig. $25.95
For a little one.
for a little peppermint pig that's probably 4 inches long or less, and it comes with a little hammer about the size of that. Like a little, it's not really a hammer, it's just like a little tiny metal fake hammer. $25.95.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
That's no. No.
And you gotta sing.
La-di-da-da-da. Dare I sing? We're done.
Auld Lang Syne. Would old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind? You know that song.
Yes. I mean, I don't know it. No, if it was playing, I would know it. I'm
Yeah.
a weirdo.
Should old memories be forgot and friends o' long syne? For our
I think
lang
it's
syne Jenny, our
old-
dear lang syne, you'll love each little token kept.
Isn't it Old Lang Syne, or have I been singing it wrong all these years?
Isn't it what?
Old Lang Syne.
So it's spelled Old Lang Syne.
Okay.
AULDLANGSYNE.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to know where they
And
learned how
that-
to spell.
That has been going on since the 1700s.
Wow.
They said that it's often credited to a Scottish poet, Robert Burns, who sent it to the Musical Museum in 1788. But he said he didn't write the lyrics. He was just the first one to write it down. So it's been going on before that. And there's like 10 verses of that song.
Oh. No, I know one.
I don't know any, but I've seen like in movies and stuff where they're singing it.
Yeah, they all get together, they put their arms around each other, sway back and forth. Yeah.
Yeah, and I always wonder, I'm like, how do people even know that song?
Well, they played it for years, as you can see.
And in Singapore, they fill the river with wishing spheres, and they're like lit. So it's like lit little like beach balls of different colors, and it looks so pretty. And it's supposed to contain the hopes and dreams of the New Year's. And it's
Nice.
just like tens of thousands of spheres floating down the river.
Cool.
Yeah, it looks so pretty. Have you ever thrown water out of the window?
No.
That's supposed to drive away evil spirits.
Does it have to be like hot water or just water?
Just water. Dump a bucket of water out the window, drives away evil spirits.
Wow.
And it says that, so this is a Puerto Rican tradition, and some of them even sprinkle sugar outside the house to invite good luck in.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, this is some amazing stuff we're learning today. For as long as I've been on this earth, the majority of what you have stated today are things I've never heard of.
Well, because most of them are in countries, so.
But and they're always done out of fun. But you would think that that's something that would, spread. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
The Buddhist temple bell rings out 108 times as they lead up to midnight. Each chime is supposed to root out a worldly passion. So it's supposed to help everyone. It's supposed to root out like anger, suspicion, lust. The last toll comes at midnight to start the next year out on a vice-free foot. So they're trying to help all of us out.
That'd be pretty
Ooh,
cool.
we need to get you a burning permit because in Ecuador you just burn parts of the old year, and that would help you get your house cleaned out too.
Nice.
Just put all your stuff that you don't want to bring into the new year and set it on fire.
Where she's going with that is little by little, I'm trying to get stuff out of my house, make it the home that it should be. But I swear, I have things in this house that belong to everybody but me.
Yeah, you do. Every person that you've ever known.
There are some things I will always keep.
See, they go as far as making sawdust filled dummies of people they don't like and burning them. We won't take it that far.
Wow.
They do politicians, pop culture figures. It doesn't have to even be somebody that's like an ex. They just burn anybody they don't like.
That's crazy.
For good luck and extra points, you jump over them while they're on fire. 12 times.
And where's this at?
That's in Ecuador.
Okay, folks, let's stay away from Ecuador. I wonder what happens to the body. I mean,
The body.
that came out wrong. If you believe in this kind of stuff, I wonder what you're looking for in that person after you've done that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, you just burnt the person. So are you watching to see how much bad luck they have coming to them?
It's supposed to be a cleansing ritual.
Oh. So
So
that
it's
brings you
like,
peace.
now we're going to try to make the person good. Here, you're evil. We want to make you good or something.
Okay. Well,
But you know the polar
if
bear
you could do it to
plunge?
make me better, I'll go for it.
The polar bear plunge is on there as a New Year's Eve tradition. And we
Really?
have the polar bear's plunge in Ohio where we, on Lake Erie. And we've never done it. I've never seen anybody do it as a New Year's.
No, isn't that done like February, March?
I don't know when, but it's done for some charity, but it only started in the 1900s, and it's supposed to be by submerging in freezing cold water, known as the polar bear plunge.
Wow.
And it does say it's also an opportunity to raise money for local nonprofits.
Well, okay, so in a lot of places, the polar bear plunge does take place on the 1st of January. But that's not for us. Yeah, see, everything here is saying January. So I'll have to do some digging because I'm almost certain it's like the end of February or March here in Ohio. And
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's what that is. I'm not sure what charity they do, but yeah, they do. And they make a lot of money. All these crazy people out here.
Yeah.
I'd say, here's my money. Go with peace.
Yep. And with that, be careful who you let through your doors on the new year because it might set the tone for the next coming months. So you're supposed to be choosy who the first footer is coming into your house.
Is that only on New Year's Day?
Yes. Well, I would say that's a tradition you should always carry on because if
Well,
somebody
yeah,
doesn't
yeah, I
bring
get
you
that.
peace, you should not let them in your house.
Well, I'm just, because I'm pretty certain I'm not going to be any visitors New Year's Day, so I'm good. We're just
It's
gonna-
just the first person in the new year period. So it doesn't have to be on New Year's Day. It's just the first one in the new year. You better be careful.
I have to keep that screen door locked because I consider the porch part of my living quarters now.
Yes, good idea.
Yeah. So we appreciate everybody tuning in today. And, we forgot to tell you, we hope you had a Merry Christmas. I think we did. We had lots and lots of people. Like, I couldn't count. This is definitely our last podcast as far as our Saturday podcast for the year 2023. We're already working on trying to bring up some good stuff for the year 2024, so I hope you tune in and to have a good time with that. I think we're going to be covering a lot. I mean, we have celebrity gossip, we have what's going on around us, some of the stupidity that takes place in life. So we're always going to have a good story somewhere to tell. However, don't forget, tomorrow we're doing a pre-party podcast. Angelina's my idealist over here. She's like, oh, hey, we could do this. And, So bring your drinks, your snacks, 6 o'clock. I think it's scheduled 6 to 7, correct?
I don't. Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's scheduled 6 to 7, but if we're having a good enough time, it's not like we have to shut down right at 7. And it works out for the old fogies that like to go to bed at midnight because you still get together and celebrate and have a good time. And tomorrow's going to be free reign. Whatever comes to mind, send us a message and we'll get on it and start covering it.
I like it.
Okay, I felt like you started to say something. I cut you off.
No, you didn't. Just thinking we'll even give you some free bad advice. If you want advice on something coming into the new year or whatever, for free. We'll tell you what we think we know.
And just know, since it's free and bad, and you're told this, you can't sue us.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying.
It might be good.
So we have nothing set for tomorrow as far as conversation wise. It's going to be whatever comes to mind comes out of mouth. Preferably all fun, because that's what we're looking for, a good time. And for those of you that can't join us, we do hope you have a good New Year's Eve. I do want to say, I'm sure everybody knows it's Christmas time and New Year's time. The commercials come on about drunk drivers, and I think those should be on at all times. Please don't drink and drive. 9 out of 10 times, the person that's sober and does not cause the accident does not walk away from it. So use some common sense. Stay home, have a designated driver, whatever it is you got to do.
A lot of companies give free rides on New Year's.
Unfortunately, I don't think we have anything like that here. I don't think we have an actual cab company anymore. I do know, at least while I was a trustee over here at the Eagles Club, if need be, we paid for a cab for you to go home. Do not drink and drive. And if you're short on funds and, whatever, ask the bartender to please get you a cab and go back the next day and pay him. I don't care what you got to do. Don't drink and drive.
Right.
Keep everybody safe. Other than that, do you have anything else for today, Angelina?
Nope, that's it. We're good.
I think she had some more stories to tell. We could probably share those tomorrow, too. She had a whole list going over there. She was like, boom, boom, boom. Okay, so for those of you that can't join us tomorrow at 6, we hope you have a wonderful New Year's. Like I said, don't drink and drive, but enjoy yourself. I'm staying home, so I'm covered. Well, as long as nobody hits my house, I'm covered. I'm just kidding. There is a house down the road, though, the way it's positioned. They ended up putting up cement barriers in hopes that nobody hit their house because everybody kept running into their home.
Yeah.
I think I would have left and tore the house down and built new elsewhere. I don't know.
They've replaced those barriers in my lifetime, so that tells you how many people did them.
I've heard that, but I never, even though I live right here and I grew up here, I've never seen it, but I definitely have heard that.
Mm-hmm.
So, everybody have a good day today. Love yourself. I mean, really, like I said, you gotta love yourself or you can really love others. And just have fun and relax.
Go into the new year with an open mind and an open heart, and everything's going to be all right.
And remember, when you go back after the new year, that's the last long weekend until Easter, so enjoy your time while you're off.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You tried to end on a happy note, and you just brought the house back down.
No. They're supposed to be making themselves happy over here. They're, gonna make it count.
All right.
All right.